Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's hard level difficulty puzzle, and it's called Words with Friends by L.M. Damasi, and here are the rules. Martin and Stuart are playing Words with Friends, that is Scrabble, on a 9x9 grid. For example, or that is, id est, players take turns to place letters in an orthogonal straight line, one letter per cell, to make words. One letter per cell to make words, reading left to right or top to bottom. On his first turn, Martin plays castle horizontally in the middle row. Okay. Subsequently, each word must include at least one letter that has already been played as part of its straight line. Okay. Each turn is scored according to the following rules in this game. Each letter from A, C, E, H, I, L, M, S, T has a unique integer point value from 1 to 9, and no other letters exist. A word's score is the sum of its letters point values, including letters on the board, plus any bonuses activated by letters played on colored squares on that turn. Okay, so that's the word scored value. A letter's point value is doubled by the light blue squares. So these are the light blue squares, and tripled by the dark blue squares. So if if you've played Scrabble or Words with Friends, these are typical rules for letter values. A word's score is doubled. A word scored is doubled by the pink square and tripled by a red square. So these are the pink squares here, and these are the red squares, which is also typical for Scrabble and Words with Friends. Letter multipliers, that is light dark blue squares, are applied before the word multipliers, the pink and red squares, right? So, okay, so that's typical that's typical Scrabble Words with Friends rule sets. The list of words and scores for each player in order is as follows. Question marks indicate the number of digits in the score where the leading digit is not 0. Okay. So, Martin placed Castle in his first turn, 70, and he got 76 points from it. He placed Alchemist in his next turn, and he got 122 points from it. He placed Laughs and got a double-digit score from it. He placed Meat and got a double-digit score from that. And his total was 272 points. Stuart, in his first turn, placed Chasm and got a triple-digit score in it. He placed Latch in his second turn, got a triple-digit score. Placed List in his third turn and got a double-digit score, and placed Cell in his fourth turn and got a double-digit score, and scored 525 points. Wow, okay. After the game, replace each letter with its points value, and fill in the grid according to regular Sudoku rules. That is, fill each row, column, and 3x3 box with the digits 1 through 9 once each. So you basically have to play essentially Words with Friends. Basically, like you could place something like Castle here, castle. And then you have to base things off of that, right? Next would be chasm. So Stuart would be pasting chasm. So it could be chasm here. It could be chasm here, etc., right? Or it could be chasm here, right? You have to use one of the previous words in this. So like if you know normal Scrabble rules, it has to be something like that, right? Okay. And those are all the rules. Interesting, very interesting. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's play Word with Friends. Okay, so Martin's third or a second word, but the third word place is alchemist, and he only gains 122. It cannot be. Where could it be, actually? So if he plays alchemist, it could be essentially on the end of castle. Or if chasm, so if he played castle here and then chasm here, this could be alchemist. Right? There's no other possibility to match it off of anything else. Okay. Right, because you have castle and you have chasm. So if it's alchemist down, alchemist could be here, 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 or here. If it's chasm, oh, it could be off of the M in alchemist. Actually, it could be, okay, hold up. What are the possibilities again? So, okay. We could have castle here. And then we have chasm. Right, somewhere. So it could be, where are the possibilities? We know there's castle in the middle. So alchemist could be here, 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 or here. The problem, okay, so alchemist cannot be here or here because the sum of the totals would be 45 at minimum, and then you would have 3 triple word scores for that. And that would be multiplied by, you would triple first one, and then triple it again, and then triple it again, which is 20 times 27. Oh, but what's Martin's first word? Castle. If you double that, say you just doubled castle. Well, okay, so can castle ever contain a triple word score? Right? You would essentially first double it and then triple it again. So that's times 6, which 76 is not divisible by. Right? So you would double it first and then you triple it, that score. So that's times 2 times 3. So it has to be times 6 if that's the case. So castle cannot be in the very beginning. So it cannot be castle here. So castle is, so the E, we're just going to actually, well, We're gonna mark where the C can be. C can be here, here, or here, because it cannot be here either because of the same problem. C has to be one of these two. So either this is castle, so that means E has to be one of these two. So if you had chasm go down, the problem is how do you get a triple word score from that? This is at most 9. I think to get a triple word, to get a 3-digit number, you have to have a doubling or a tripling of word score. So if you had castle here, chasm could not go here. And chasm could not go here, right? Even if you triple the word... Okay, wait, hold up. You could have it if it's 7, 8, 9. Okay. It cannot work here. So chasm could not be here. That would be triple word score of what? Triple word score at that most 9. And so if you take 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you tripled 9, that would be 27. 27 plus 8, 7, 6, and 5, excuse me. That would be 26. So 27 plus 26 is 53, which is not a triple word score. So chasm could not work here. Chasm could work here because that would be triple word score of 35, which would be 105. But chasm could also work here in that scenario too. Because interesting. Chasm, oh no, this would be 35 times 4 at most, right? Because it's times 2 times 2. Um, hmm. Right, so that would be 140 at most, but that's a lot. That's sufficient. So this could be chasm. This could be chasm if C, A, and M are essentially tripled. Well, can that actually work? 7, 8, 9 are tripled. So that's 24 times 3. But that's 72. And then you add 6 and 5 to that, that's only 83. So chasm can only work here if this is castle. What about if this is castle? Chasm would only be doubled here. And that's 35 at most. Doubled times 2 is 70. So that we have a double letter. I guess you could be 9 doubled. You could have a 9 doubled, and that would be First, the 9 is doubled, so that's 18. Plus 8765. 18 plus 26 is 44, but 44 doubled is only 88, so this is not valid. What about chasm here? If there's chasm here, the 8, H and the S could be doubled. Oh, wait, cannot be doubled. Oh, it doesn't work, chasm here, because this is an S and this is an S. And chasm here doesn't work, because this would be an A and this would be an A. So we know where castle is now. Castle specifically has to be here. So this is castle. And chasm could be here, but that doesn't add up to enough. 76. Sorry, not 76. Triple digits. Where could chasm... Can chasm be here again? I don't think so, right? 7 plus 8 plus 9. No, so chasm has to be here. So this is chasm. We have alchemist. A cannot be used at the beginning, so it can't be there. H has to be fourth, but this is not fourth here. L must be second, but this is not second here. So C could be third, so it could be alchemist this way. H has to be fourth, but this is not fourth. E could be fifth, so it could be alchemist this way or alchemist this way. Either way requires a double ling here. M has to be sixth, but this is not sixth. I is not available. S has to be eighth, but neither of these are eighth, and T has to be ninth. So it's either alchemist this way or alchemist this way. So chasm can only get 140 points because it doubles and then doubles. Word score. Castle is 76. So that means Castle must be 38. Right? Because 76 divided by 2 is 38. So we know then MI and H are 1, 2, and 4. So this is MIH, him, HIM, and HIM. Because these digits add up to 36, 38. The other digits must add up to 45 minus 38, which is 7. And there's 3 digits, so it's 1, 2, and 4. Chasm is a 3-digit number. If you multiply by 4. So that's at least 25. Well, that works with all of them, really. Alchemist. Interesting. Okay, alchemist has a double word. Either way has a double word score. Wait, that doesn't work. Because it's doubled twice. Huh. How do you get 122 points if you double it twice? Divide 122 by 120 by 2, you get 61, which is not doubled. So you need a single double. Or no double at all. But that's not possible because this is doubled here. Huh. Okay, we have a problem here then. Oh, okay. So the bonus is activated by letters played on colored square. So, okay, that's why it's only double. Okay, so you only have doubled. Okay, so then it has to be this one. It cannot be this one. Because otherwise you have two doubles if you play it here. So this must be, this has to be then missed. Oh, this is hard to type. Okay, so this is then just doubled. So 61 points doubled. Um, Latch almost certainly has to be here. Because we only can get 100 and stuff from the chasm. This can be at most 99. This can be at most 99. Latch has to be at least 200 and something, right? So this chasm is at most 140. 140 plus 99 plus 99 is essentially 338. I guess it could be 100. It still has to be a really large number, right? And latch is not that many letters. Um, where else could latch be? I guess latch could be here, but that's only one triple. Uh, cannot be here. It could be here, right? Or here. It's almost certainly have to be here, right? What is latch if it were here? Maximum value. You know H is at most a 4. So it would be 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 34 times 3 is only 108, which is too little for latch to get. So this has to be latch. In fact, I don't even know where else it could be, though. So latch is here. Laths. Where is laths? I think it almost has to be here, right? But that technically isn't... Well, in Words with Friends, you can't have a scattle. You would have to, I mean, base or scastle. But maybe in this one you can have that. Where else could latch be? Latch could be here. It needs a L. Oh, it could be here. Latch could be here. And there you could actually have a lath here. Huh. Oh, this can't be latch. If this were latch, they have a double C, which is not possible. And you would have a double H. So that's not possible. L could be... Can't be here because ATC doesn't work. It has to be here, then. Wait, no, sorry, it's not latch. It's lathes. Right. Or laths. I don't know how you pronounce it. Which has double H and double S here if it's here. So they can't be here. They can't be here. This cannot, it has to end in S here, but that's not possible. It has to end in S here. That is not possible. H's. H being fourth. Not possible, not possible, not possible. T's being third. Not possible. Not possible. A's being second. Not possible, and we tried that, so this has to be laths. So this is laths. We have list now. This could technically be list, but not by words with friends rules. L's has to be first. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. I's second. This doesn't work. There is no other one. S being third. This technically could work, but not by words of friends rules. This could technically work, but not by list of friends rules. Cannot be here. It would have to be here if that's if you were going by list of words with friends rules. And T being last, this cannot be last. This cannot be last because it has to go that way. This cannot be last. So by words with friends rules, this would have to actually be the list. Then you have meet. M first. It could be here. Cannot be here. Meet. E as the second one. It could be here. Or it could be here technically again. But not by words of with friends rules. T last, we don't have that possibility. I guess we do if it's list being here. Meet can't be here. List could be here, and this could be technically meet, but that's not likely. And then we have cell. Meet L. C could technically be done CEL. It cannot be here. There's no other C in laths and list. E being second technically could be here or here. Meet would have to be here or here. And then L is last. It could be here. So this is if for words with friends rules, I think this is the only. Oh, this could be cell too. So cell could be either here or here with typicals. You have missed, list. This could be cell technically, but unlikely. Okay, let's calculate this. Alchemist. Let's see. Castle is 38. Chasm is 3 digits. Alchemist is 122. So we know it has to be 61 before it's doubled. So 2 letter values are doubled from 45. From 45. And it's 61. So it has to be 7 and 9. So that means A and T are essentially 7 and 9. Which leaves C, S, L, and E for 3, 5, 6, and so cells. Interesting. 4, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Latch must be triple digits. The T, so we have A and T, so that's 16. Chasm is triple digits, but H is at most a 4 again, so it's 34 at most. Wait, no, M is also 2 at most, but it has to be triple digits still. So 4 and 2, A can be 9, C and S can be 6, 8, and 9 at most. So 23 plus 4 and 2 is 31. So it could be 123, no, 122 at, no, 124 at most for Chasm. Can M ever be 1? Can H and M ever be 1 and 2? If you have 1, 2 with 6, 8, and 9 times 4. Yeah, it could be. Unlikely, but it could be. Latch is a 3-digit number, but it must add up with chasm, list, and cell to be 525. Chasm is again at most 124 because H and M can only be 2 and 4 at most. And C, A, and C, A, and S can only be 6, 8, and 9 at most. Can C or S be 3? If you have 2, 3, and 4 with 8 and 9, yes, it could be times 4. It could be 9 plus 9 plus 8. Okay. ACH are both in Chasm and Latch. What is the total minus list and cell? It's at most, or at least, 525 minus 198, which is 327. 327, okay. A, C, and H. So we have, okay, let's get our values here. We have 327 as the minimum for Chasm plus Latch. A and T is 16. We know that for certain. Hmm. 327 for Chasm and Latch. Hmm. I think I might be overcomplicating things. I think this has to be list, right? Then we need meat could be here or here. And cell would have to be here. Oh, there's also Martin's total too. That's interesting. So castle we've already used, essentially. Alchemist we've used. Laths. H is at most 4. Whichever meat goes down. Well, technically it could be here. Oh, no, it cannot be here because this would be MEAT. Right? But the E would be essentially uh, doubling here in the column, and that's not allowed. List could be here, list could be here, but then this would be meat. MEAT. That technically could work. So list cannot be here. Because where, well, meat could be here. Meat could be here. Yeah. I think trying to assume that the words without friends rules does not work is wrong. Latch could be a very large number because it's here it's tripled, right? It's tripled twice for the word value. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so let's just do it this way then. Let's go here. So list, whoops, LIST, and then we have meat, which could be meat here, or meat. Oh, this can't be meat because the M would be doubled. So this has to be the meat. This is meat, MEAT. Cell can be either here or here. We're not sure which. Actually can't be here because there's a double C here. So this can't be cell. So this has to be cell. Okay. Um, okay. Hmm. Huh. Cell can't be very large. C is at most double 8. So it's 16 plus E, which would be 6, just 22. Plus 5 is 27. So that means total is 525 minus 27, right? C, E, and L. C doubled would be, it could be at most 16 plus 11 is 27. So then 525 minus 27 is 498. So the most, then latch plus chasm must be 399 at least. List, well, T could be doubled and it could be 9. And then you have LIS. I is at most 4. So T is at most 9. And it could be 18 doubled. 18 plus L and S could be at most 6 and 8, but a different 6 and 8. So I guess it could be 6 for the L, and then S would have to be 3 in this scenario. Well, you should reverse it then. Okay, so T, well, L and S being in the tripled word score would actually be better, right? Um, so what is list plus cell at maximum value? If you had, say you did, that's just not good. Um, yeah, you want this list maximized because it's triple word score. I could be at most 4. Um, hmm. Yeah, what are the maximum values if assuming we assigned various things? Latch, obviously, we want to make the highest. So every letter of latch being the highest would possibly work. So, and then list would be the second one with chasm. Oh no, we want chasm essentially being, well, chasm we know is, chasm has to be at least 25 of the value. So C and S cannot be 3 and 5 because then even at its most, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9 for everything else, that doesn't work. So L and E, hmm. Okay, what's in the most of Stewart's solves? Because that is what you want to maximize. C is in 3 of them. but is in only a 4 times and a 9 times. Okay, so C is in the 4 and the 9 times. A and T, A is in both the 4 and the 9 times. T is in the 9 and the 3 times. S is in the 4 and the 3 times. M is only in the 4 times. C and H are both in the 9 times and the 4 times. L is in the 4 times, or the 9 times, and the 3 times. And there's also a 1 times for word. So the maximum ones we want are C. So again, C is in latch, chasm, latch, and cell, which is the 9, the 4, and the 1. So C matches 1, 4, and 9 times. We have, okay, CH. I'm trying to figure out where it can be. This is C. This will be H. A. S. M. Chasm, latch, L. T. And then I. And E. H is in the 9 times, the 4 times, 4, 9. A is, okay, so we have to make this smaller so we can figure that out. A is in the 9 times and the 4 times. S is in 9 times and 3 times. M is in the 4 times. That's it. L is in the 9 times and the 3 times. Oh, S is not the 9 times. S is 3 times and 4 times. Interesting. M is in the 4 times. T is in the 9 times and the 3 times. I is only in the 3 times, and E is in the 1 times. So E we want to make the smallest. To get the largest possible number, E must be the smallest, so it must be 3 if that's the case. This is just trying to figure out the largest possible value. Or H, I, and M. H we want the highest, because that's in the 4 and the 9 times. So that would be 4. H would be 4. I would be in the M is greater than the I. Because M is in the 4 times. So M would be the second highest. And then I would be the lowest there. C, L, and S. S would be the next lowest because it's in the 3 and the 4 times. C would be the highest because it's in the 1, the 4, and the 9 times. Plus, it's the 1 doubled. So this would be C. This would be L. A and T. A would be the 9 times. Or 9, because it's in 4 and 9 times. And T would be in the So this is the maximum we can get. So for chasm, what would we get? We would have we would have 8, 9, 4, 5, and 2. Let me get a calculator. This is just going to be a lot of math. So chasm would be 8 plus 9 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 times 4. So that's 112. Latch would be 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 4 times 9. So 306 plus 112 plus, what is it, meet? What was the other? List. List and cell. List would be 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7 times, oh, t is doubled. So L would be 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7 times 2. So times 3, which would be 78 plus 418. So it's 496. And then cell would be C doubled plus 8 times 2 plus 3 plus 6. We have 521. Dang it. This is with the maximum, too. So did I place something in the wrong place, then? Okay. Let me just recheck this. Chasm. 8 plus 4 plus 9 plus 5 plus 2 times 4 plus latch, which is 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 4 times 9. So it's multiplied by 3 times 3 plus list 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7 times 2. All of that times 3. And then we have cell, which is C times 2 plus 3 plus 6. Yeah, it's 521. We are off by 4. I don't know how we are off by 4. Maybe swap the A and T. Maybe that works. Because... Okay, so let's try that as the max. C obviously has to be the 8 because it's in triple not the 9 times word. It's in the 4 times word and it's in the 1 times word. The only reason A and T potentially could be a difference is T is doubled. Ah, T is doubled, and then it's in a triple word score, which would be more than A being just regular. Okay, so that is probably where it is. Um, so then let's add it all up again. We have chasm, which would be 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5 times 4, which is still a triple digit number, 104, so that's still good. Latch, which is plus 6 plus 7. It's the same thing, right? Plus 9 plus 4 plus 8 times 9. So that's 410 now, though, instead of 418. Plus list, which is L6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 9 times 2, closing, and then multiplied by 3, which is still a two-digit number, 90. And then we have cell, which is 8 times 2 plus 3 plus 6, which is 525. Aha. So that is the order. This is the maximum amount possible. I just had it backwards because A and T had to be swapped. Let's make... Okay, so Castle and Alchemist still work that way. What about lathes? Uh-oh. Whoa, that was, huh. My computer basically hiccuped there. That was not good. Apologies. Yeah, as I was saying, what about Martin's score? This should be adding up correctly then also. Lathes would be 6 plus 7 times 3 plus 9 plus 4 times 3 plus 5, which would be 53. And then the other one is meat without any double scores or word scores. So plus 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9, which is 74. And 74 plus 76 plus 122 is 272. So this is exactly correct. Okay. Oh, this was hairy. Anyways, we know this is A. We actually should be able to solve this using letters? Could we? I don't know. We know that this is the correct actual values. Do we have anything else from this besides? We should be able to do this through... So this has to be, what, H and... H and M. The remaining digits, or the remaining letters in column 6 are C, I, and E. But this can't be C. This can't be C. Therefore, this must be C. This can't be E. So this is I. This is E. The remaining digits in box 8 are C and M. Remaining digits in row 5 are I and M. Okay. Remaining digits in column 9 are I, M, E, and S. I, M, E, S. Well, this can't be E or S because of the E and S in the box and the row. This can't be E and M because of the E and M in the row. This can't be M because of the M in the CM possibility in the row. This can't be I or S. Okay. So this is E or M. One of these is S. This can't be... Okay, so in box 6, where is the S? Can't be here, can't be here, so it must be here. So this is S. The remaining letters, where's A? A can't be here, so this must be A. The remaining letters are T and L. This can't be T, so this must be T. This must be L. Remaining letters in column 7 are H, M, and A. This can't be A, so this must be A here. So this is H or M. This can't be M because of this M, so this is H, which makes this M, which makes this H. Remaining letters in row 5 are I, M, L, and T. So this is I, M, L, and T. And T. And neither of these can be T. So this is I, M, or L. This can't be L here because of this L. This can't be I because of this I. T has to be one of these two. This can't be L because of this L. The remaining digits, letters here. You have a C also. So it's C, I, L, M. But this can't be L. Remaining digits in these 4 cells. We're missing S, L, A, and T. S, well, okay. S and L cannot be here, so this is S and L. And this cannot be L, so this must be S, which makes this L. A and T have to be here. This can't be A because of that A, so this is T, this is A. This can't be L anymore, therefore, well, it couldn't be L because of that L. So this is M, this is I. This can't be I or M, so this is T, this is L. This can't be L or M here. This can't be I, so this is C, which makes this I. This can't be M. Wait. Oh, these are incorrect. We still have another letter. So this is specifically C and... what's the last letter? C and H. So this cannot be H here. So this is C, which makes this H. This C means this is not C. This is M, which makes that C. This has to be I, M, or E. That's still pretty broad. This has to be, these 3 letters are E, S, and I. E, I, S. These 3 letters are T, H, and M. Well, this can't be T because of this T. This can't be M here because of that M. Also, where is the L in column 3? Okay, this can't be S. This can't be H. This must be T then. So this can't be T. Where is the L in column 8? Sorry, 3. It has to be here. So this is L, which makes this E or I. This can't be I because of that I. So this is E, which makes this an I. These can't be I anymore. This can't be E, therefore this is M, which makes this not M. So this is I, which makes that M. Therefore this is I. Neither of these can be I here, then. This can't be I, so this is S. This can't be I or S, so this is E. Remaining letters here are C, I, and T. Well, this can't be I or T, so this is C. This can't be T, so this is I, which makes this... Wait, no, not T. C, I, and L. This can't be I or L, so this is C. This can't be L, so this is I, and this is L. Okay, there we go. This then must be C and I. This can't be C, so this is I, which makes this a C. These are S and T. This can't be T because of that T, so this is S, which makes that T. This S means this can't be S, so this is E, this is S. This can't be E because of that E, so this is M, which makes that E. This can't be M because of this M, so this is H, and this is M. And the last digits, or last letters, are H and A. And now we can substitute. So all the I's are 1. All the M's are 2. All the E's are 3. All the H's are 4s. All the S's are 5. All the L's are 6. All the A's are 7. All the 8 C's are 8s. And all the T's are 9. That's how you solve it. Pretty cool, actually. Pretty interesting way of doing the words with friends. Yeah. Fun little puzzle. I'm not sure what else to say about it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, LM Damasi. It was fun. Anyways, I hope you had fun watching this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.